More angry words are flying over changing Washington's police pursuit law after additions suddenly appeared in a controversial study proponents have used to show the current rules are saving lives.
Fox 13's Jennifer Dowling is digging deeper into the numbers.
Good evening. In the latest hearing in Olympia, former King County Deputy Prosecutor Bob Scales submitted written testimony telling lawmakers that he believes the data they've been using to make policy is not accurate. But the person who helped put together that data is now fighting back.
Our thought on this, I believe, is that rolling back pursuit protections will not make us safer.
Tuesday, Dr. Martina Morris testified before a House committee that's considering a new bill which would loosen the current rules that restrict police pursuits. House Bill 1363 wouldn't be a return to the old rules entirely. It calls for extra training to qualify officers to initiate pursuits, extra communication with local law enforcement during the chase to keep bystanders out of harm's way, and extra emphasis on ending the pursuit by stopping the suspect as soon as possible. Tuesday, Dr. Morris testified against the bill, saying the current restrictions have saved lives.
We have evidence that the law is working to improve the public safety issue that it was established for. The statewide number of fatalities from active pursuits has dropped by over 70% in the last year and a half. That's a lot.
Police have complained that the police pursuit law has prohibited them from arresting suspects. And during an era of increasing crime, critics are taking a hard look at those numbers. Bob Scales submitted a letter Tuesday questioning the data.
My only interest in this was making sure that the legislature was using accurate data.
Scales is the CEO of Police Strategies, LLC, a former King County Deputy Prosecutor and a Special Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Washington. He sent this letter to the legislature, reading, Dr. Morris inflated the overall fatality numbers by 28%. Morris claimed that between 2017 and 21, there were 13 deaths of passengers and pedestrians that were caused by police pursuits. In fact, there were only 3 deaths involving passengers and pedestrians. Based on the official WTSC traffic fatality data, there is no evidence to support Dr. Morris's claim that House Bill 1054 reduced pursuit-related fatalities by 73%. Scales went on to say, I urge the state legislature to ignore unreliable crowdsourced data, disregard the analysis presented by Dr. Morris, and focus instead on official traffic fatality statistics from the WTSC. He says the data Morris is using was sourced from news reports and social platforms, and a website showcasing the data had changed recently, which he said was questionable.
She changed a lot on her website, except for her findings and conclusions. They stayed the same. So she added over 60 records on her database online. So originally it was about 28, and now it's 88.
We used the Wayback Machine to look at the changes to the site. Just a few days ago, it read, since the law changed in 2021, the number of people killed during pursuits has dropped by 73%. It has since changed to read, the number of people killed during pursuits has dropped by 67%. A bar graph has also changed to include different years of study, and additional data explainers were also added on why NHTSA data undercounted pursuit fatalities and why the Fatal Encounters Project is a good source of data.
She also added a criticism of the National Highway Traffic Safety Commission data and the Washington Traffic Safety Commission data. And she explained why that data is no good and why her data is better.
Scales says that specifically Senator Manka Dhingra and Representative Roger Goodman had cited Dr. Morris's data as an indication restrictions on pursuits were saving lives. When asked for comment, Senator Dhingra's office sent a letter from Martina Morris responding to Scales' claims, arguing he submitted testimony to you claiming that the data I am using to describe the fatalities from pursuits have inflated the numbers of people killed during active police pursuits here in Washington. This is not correct. Every person I have included in my analysis is backed by evidence, and that evidence is in my report, viewable online, publicly downloadable for anyone who wants to dig deeper. My report follows the principles of transparent, reproducible research. It includes both the data and the code needed to reproduce the results. It would be helpful if Mr. Scales shared with us which 5 people from this publicly available list he believes are incorrectly identified. She says the more likely explanation for the discrepancy he reports is that the data from the Washington State Traffic Safety Commission undercount these pursuit fatalities.
And Bob Scales says he's writing a letter in response to Morris's letter to send to lawmakers. And we reached out to Morris for an interview or for comment and have not heard back as of news time tonight. Back to you in the studio.